There we go. All right. I was fighting with Streamlabs for just a moment. Let me get this tweet out here, and I'm going to show you guys what I have been up to lately. Well, not really what I've been up to, but one of the things I'm going to be getting up to over the next 2, 3 weeks. Let me just tweet this before I forget what I'm doing. I hope everybody has had a wonderful week. There we go. I see myself giving the crazy eyes over here on X. This is great. Already, everything going great. Off to a wonderful start. Hopefully, the chat is not saying I can't hear you. You're muted. All right, been a wet one. Yeah, man. I hope if there's anybody who has been caught up in the disasters over there on the East Coast, and uh, and frankly in inland, a good ways. That's uh, feel free if you want to jump in the Discord, as for some prayer requests or anything like that. That is totally acceptable. Um, of course, everybody keep those poor folks in your thoughts. Let's see if I can get this thing going. Now, a quick update on Anvil, issue number 4. This has been a uh, a case study in problems with physical media, trying to do physical media in small batches by yourself, or not by yourself, but through local vendors and things like that. But it is it is solved now, and I bit the bullet on some stuff, cost wise, and I think that we are pretty close to being done uh, very soon. So I don't know if I'm going to stream midweek, but if I can, I will try to stream midweek. Let me get this up here. So let me change this real quick. I'm getting one of the other windows set up here so that it's not quite so obnoxious. But anyway, what I wanted to show you guys is a project called Conservative Game Jam, and this is for the anybody who's interested in indie game dev. If you want to um, try your hand at making a video game and you are right leaning, it doesn't have to be political. I helped with some of the FAQ and whatnot. Um, the idea is essentially, just create a quick game. If you're not familiar with how game jams work, there's lots of YouTube videos to help you get started. You can even go for, I know we've got a lot of authors and storytellers here, but if you just want to go for a visual novel style thing, there are uh, pretty much ready-made, um, like very very limited, but turnkey um, game engines that you can feed scripts and story into and get something there. So there's a lot of people who are helping out there. There's even a few guest judges, Andy Pants Gaming and Ian Crossland from over in the World of Timcast. Um, and this was sponsored by Legends of Boom, which is a game that I am not as familiar with, mainly because it has not come out yet, and I don't believe that it has a demo up, or at least I did not see one last I checked. But it starts tomorrow and runs for the first 2 weeks of October, and it might get extended just a little bit depending on how submissions are going and things like that. So I wanted to kind of give you guys a heads up, anybody who's interested in that. And then next week, I will probably be playing Skald again, but I may also kind of beta test or show what I end up doing, if I end up doing anything that's at all remarkable. So, with that said, Let me see. All right, so we got Skald up. There we go. All right, I can get out of studio mode now so that I don't cause strange things to happen with my Streamlabs here. And I will unmute the lovely audio. Let me see. I see the mouse going crazy as I'm trying to read through comments. I'm going to say howdy to everybody, and then we're going to jump right in. I decided that I'm going to be trying to get a little bit more productive and, you know, swift on the scalding, so to speak, just because it's been going on for a long time. I enjoy the game. I think everybody else has been enjoying the game. But with October coming up, I'm going to want to play at least a couple horror games here and there. And while this definitely has a strong horror vibe, you know, I think you guys might like some Mortis, some classic Faith, or, you know, something else goofy that it will get me squirming around in an amusing manner. So let's see here. Over on Rumble, we actually got some chit-chatting going on. Sword Rush, thank you as always for dropping links. And Brainstorm Lore, yeah, thank you for watching over on Rumble. But yeah, Rumble does not always make it easy to use. You know, it's I like it, but yeah, it's still got a little bit more time in the oven. Genuine Comics, hey man, I haven't seen you in a minute. I hope everything's going over there. You can check out his channel for oh goodness, I want to make 100% sure it is Perfect 10, correct? Perfect 10, yes, that's what I thought. And you are on, he's on issue 5, it looks like. So he has A Drink with Brink, which I've been on, as well as his Perfect 10 series, which is a fun little comic series. Knights of the Autumn Crown, howdy howdy. Tel Giga, I would say at least is a little bit more search friendly, but I don't know. Skull Fox here, but AFK. Well, man, I hope that you catch up afterwards and have yourself a good evening. Horizon Talker, howdy howdy. Guilty Gearhead, Jamie T. Yeah, did you see Trump's post about the St. Michael's Prayer? That was nice. Zakona, good. Zakona has an interesting little space game. I'm not exactly sure what the long-term plan is, but it's a bit spooky at the moment that he's working on. Very cool. Brian McCoppin, hey, how's it going? I don't think I'm not sure what I've done. I got Record of the Paladins over there. You should check out his stuff. Jersey, hello, always glad to see you. Side Showman, hello. I'm kind of skimming chat right now. Hopefully not missing anybody. Yeah, no joke, Jamie. Skunks Workshop, I'm glad to see that you guys might be interested. I know that you guys are neck deep in your own project that you've already got going on, which I look forward to playing one Sunday evening. But if you want to take a little diversion, it might be a fun thing, and you could get some exposure, as well as maybe even some cash. I'm not sure what the prize breakdown is. I am helping the guys a little bit on the, you know, some of the organization side of things, but I'm not directly involved with any of the, you know, actually running the jam itself. And Sword Rush, you should absolutely try and make a point-and-click video game. I promise you could get something very, very easy with a lightweight engine like Godot, which, despite having upsetting everybody and blocking all sorts of just non-left-wing people over the past few days, is still a good engine, and it's free and open source, so no matter what they say, they can't stop you from using it. Now, let's see, I missed Oxen W. Good evening to you. And I think I am caught up. Thank you, guys. I'm going to jump right in here. At last, did I unmute? My 2 brain cells are tingling and saying, I did. Okay, I did. Heavily. Hey, man. Good to see you. Is that what I did? 12:41. Yes. Okay. So, right now, I have explored most of Horan, which, if you guys, I don't remember where we left off exactly last week, but we had to go down and we explored the sewers. I think we met our friendly little sewer jack here. He found his badge. We returned it to him. We met this old feller over here, and he asked us to go get the other 2, the butcher and whatever the crazy lady's name is, back in line. Now we have an option. We can either, help them out. We can try and force them to obey him, and mainly that would mean, I think, killing them one at a time, and then trying to kill the father later. Hey, TJ, good to see you. I am sorry I just started catching up on a bajillion Twitter DMs that I didn't even realize I had, because I was not... It said I had like 2 messages, and when I looked, I had like dozens. So I'm a little bit behind, but I have not forgotten you guys. This is the butcher. Yeah, I know. I was gonna say, I was happy to see Razor playing this. I'm sure it's because he watches all my streams and he thought it was a great idea. This is the butcher, a beast of a man, bald and covered in crude sailor's tattoos, stand wide-legged on the stairs of the deserted, desecrated temple. You come to the butcher willingly, like some lamb crawling to the mouth of a wolf. I use the same voice for everybody, so just forgive me. Perhaps there is something about you. Tell me, why are you here? Oleg sent me to remind you that as long as he holds the Whispering Tablets, you owe him allegiance. The man's laughter booms through the plaza. Is that what he said? The decrepit old fool is an old nothing except my axe through his head. Father favors me and me alone. That piss-stinking old man shall be my offering to him. But I'll give him this. The Whispering Tablets do indeed hold words from the deep. Brethren will flock to whomever possesses them, and the Father's favor will follow. The butcher's eyes narrow predatorily. You may have a role to play in this yet. I see it in your face, around your eyes. Seek out the Whispering Tablets. Oleg hoards them. Well, but I know where. There are tunnels under his lodge, deep tunnels. Candy cutter like you would do well in looking for the hidden entrance. That is, if you don't mind wading through more shit. Well, you know what's funny is I actually already have the tablets. So, I'm going to play dumb for a minute, and we're going to let the chat go on. He said, no, I'm not going to help you. You figure it out, which is kind of funny. So, we can give him the tablets. I actually just stumbled on the gigantic crab squid beast and murdered it. My team is starting to, I guess, exceed liftoff, so to speak, on the power scaling, it seems. Let's see here. Anybody? Devaney, I think I remember you from somewhere. Okay, all right. So, and then this is our lovely lady who is obviously very stable. The woman in front of you, this is actually the Godot, well, no, I won't go that far. Definitely not a community manager, but has the makings of one. The woman in front of you is all and sinewy. Her face is painted and bloody, and her teeth have been filed into fangs. She licks her lips greedily as you approach. What have we here? Fresh playthings for the brood, come to taste the blade. Who are you? Boy, Don't you know who you're talking to? One of the flanking reavers spit in your direction. This is Queen Kala herself, and you're about to have the honor of being gutted by her. The assembled reavers howl and jeer. Silence! She yells in a voice that can cut glass. The reavers scuttle fearfully into the shadows. I am bored. You will entertain me one way or the other. Did one of my siblings send you? Siblings? Did Oleg's tablets command him to send you? Or was it the butcher, perhaps, so busy with the slaughter that he sends others to do his knife work for him? I bring word from Oleg. He reminds you that he holds the whispering tablets and that you owe him your allegiance. The woman flashes her disfigured teeth in a savage gesture. Oleg is king of shit. The old man's teeth have gone soft, and if the father's eye is still on any of us, it's not on Oleg anymore, that's for sure. Kala picks her nails with a dagger for a moment. But what do I care? Butcher will sort him out soon enough, and then he'll become father's favorite. The butcher will kill Oleg. She grins widely. Oh, there will be plenty of blood and guts. Don't you worry. But the more than anything, it's those tablets Oleg has the butcher wants. Them whispering tablets. Butcher knows the brethren will flock to him if he nabs them from Oleg, and he's plenty strong to take them, but he's afraid father will get mad if he makes too much of a mess getting them. What are you saying? Father wants order in the flock, and he wants one with the tablet to enforce it. Thing is, Oleg is too weak. The only one strong enough to force us all in line is the butcher, but he don't have the tablet, see? It's the irony of the fates. If the tablets were to fall into Butcher's hands, however, the bloodshed would be magnificent. Her eyes seem to glimmer for a moment. I think I'll just be leaving then. That's nice. Okay, so here is the options. We can go around murdering everyone, because I, in fact, have the whispering tablets, as previously mentioned. I don't know where they are. I'm sure they're somewhere important. Well, yeah, we're just going to assume that I do actually have those whispering tablets. I'm sure they're about. Oh, is that them? The whispering tablets. A pair of weathered stone tablets covered in indecipherable writing and grotesque symbols. The tablet's condition seems to indicate that it has rested under the sea for a long time. Did you just hear a whisper? Okay. So, I believe that there is a way to get everybody to kill each other, and then we can just waltz in and be done with this area. So, let's see here. I'm going to start a poll. Let's see here. Foreign. I'm glad that it's. Oh, how did that happen? There we go. This keyboard's a little bit odd. All right, let's see here. Try to trick them into fighting each other, or what? We can just back. All right. All right, there's a poll up over in the YouTube chat, which is where most people are. You can, what to do in Horin, kill everyone separately, try to trick them into fighting, or back the butcher and see where that leads us. Ah, fresh meat. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that your hockey was canceled heavily, but I'm glad to have you about. We're going to give it another minute or so. So if you want to vote, although it's looking pretty lopsided at the moment. Does anybody have any special October plans? I saw that Sword Rush is getting up to his usual horror movie marathon. And I think Jamie T said she was considering something similar, perhaps. Anybody else have spooky month plans? Aside from obviously, pretending to be 6 years old and going door to door demanding candy. Some fun Iron Seas guests. Well, let me know who they are. That reminds me. Iron Seas made me think about um, the video. It's a crud. Skunks. Are you modded? I'm gonna mod you if you're not. Just a standard mod. Okay. Skunks, if you'd like, you can drop a link to that video. I know you did the illustration for, I believe. It was a Space Ghost Coast to Coast style thing. Dracula 2000. I mean, I am blanking on that one. I recently watched oh man, I can't remember which one it was. I'm gonna start off with a bang with a season. There you go. Perfect. Heavily. All right. That is more than enough time, and everybody wants to try and trick them into fighting. We are going to use maximum brain cells here and attempt to convince our little friends that they should attack each other. So I think what I'm supposed to do first is give the butcher the tablets. Give them to me. His meaty hands tremble with excitement as he greedily takes the tablets from you. Mesmerized, he traces the grotesque carvings with fat, blood-smeared fingers. Yes, I hear you. Your will shall be done. The assembled reavers gather around and begin a low, droning chant. What now? He looks up at you with black eyes. My ascent to Father's side begins. Soon I'll join him in the keep. All that is left is the sacrifice of the firstborn. Go to Kala. Tell her she will be at my side, and together we'll make an offering of Oleg and his pathetic little band. Tell her this is a knife night, a red night. Now go, make ready. Okay, so. Oh dear. Okay. Then I think I need to. By the way, these two characters are both scared. That's why we look so grimacy. I think we're supposed to go. I don't know if we're supposed to go to Kala or to Oleg first. I'm gonna try going to Oleg. All right, there, old feller. What do you want? The butcher has stolen your tablets. Oleg instinctively. I don't know why that's quotations. Oleg instinctively senses the truth in your words, and his eyes widen in shock and terror, then utter rage. That upstart! I gave him a chance to come to my side, and he betrays me instead. And now you say he intends to make an offering of me. We shall see whose bones will be allowed the sun to dry come dawn. Children, sharpen your blades. We'll get the jump on this upstart yet. What if you ask Kala to ally with you? Oleg pauses a moment and smiles conspiratoriously. Yes, Kala, we'll slay Brother Butcher. And once we feast on his putrid entrails, she'll make a fine consort for old Oleg. I don't know if I would be interested in that personally, but hey. what is it? So they say any port and storm, I guess. Old sailors. Anyway, you'd have to be. Never mind. Go to her. Tell her that together we shall put an end to the butcher's obstinance and win father's favor. All right, off we go. That was perfect. See, this. I've all. No. Oh, I did it again. That was great. Good job, me. I think I was just commenting on how smart I was, so that's appropriate. All right, off we go. Nathan Fillion, yeah, he's in Slither. He's the sheriff guy. Slither's a great one. It's like goofy fun, with obviously horrifying over-the-top gore. All right. All right. See, what? Did I do that? What the heck? Am I having a stroke here? I didn't do anything. Hey, Paladin, good to see you here. Yeah, there is a fear mechanic where you can cause people to panic and run away. It's probably like super OP if you actually lean into it and know what you're doing. Okay. Okay, so I am just going to do this real quick. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to jump in the sewer. I'm going to jump back out of the sewer. And hopefully that will... All right, I'm going to go like that. All right, he's stolen your tablets. No. I'm a grumpy person today. I've like been very irritable all day today. A number of very dumb things have happened. And now I'm doing dumb things here. Okay. Don't let him wander off. There we go. Can I hide? Hey, there we go. Wow, those two are not what I would call observant. Okay. Well, whatever. I don't know if I needed to hide and sneak away there. I do love the way that they move, the little hop, hop, hop. Okay, and then just because apparently I'm screwing everything up, even simple dialogue choices, we're gonna do this. All right, our little beauty. Come along here. The butcher has stolen the tablets from Oleg. Her eyes narrow. Yes, I sense it. There's blood in the water, and soon there will be blood in the streets. Finally, we will be done with this petty bickering. And father will let us join him in the keep. Let's see here. Oleg. Butcher's too strong for either of us to slay on our own, but if I join Oleg... A smirk spreads across her face. Together we'll lay that pile of fat low. Then I'll deal with Oleg myself. Father will finally see that. All along, it was little Kala who's deserving of his love. Kala lets out a terrible war cry, and her brood joins her with weapons raised. Okay, here we go. Kala and her band of reavers stalk their way into the main plaza of the city, where they are met by Oleg and his lot. You follow from a distance and see the two reavers exchanging words. Then Kala slips into the mist and darkness, and Oleg forms his men up in a crude line. I tell you what, My one critique of this game is that everything just needs an editing. It's just minor. We'll read aloud, making sure that it's flowing and such. Before long, the butcher and his band approach from the west. He gives a mighty bellow as he spots Oleg, charges headlong into the fray with his men at his heels. That's pretty good. Look, he's... Uh-oh. That Oleg there, he's getting chopped there. Savage blades make bloody work. Intestines spill, blood pours, and limbs are torn from bodies. Screams of pain and terror mixed with the howls and snarls of men utterly lost to insane bloodlust. The butcher finds Oleg on the field, and with a mighty swing, the old man is slain. As the fiend tears his brother's heart from his chest, he howls in triumph. Then from the shadows, Kala and her brood fall upon the butcher's lot. With the reflexes of a serpent, Kala lunges at the butcher and plunges her blade into his fat neck. A killing blow for sure, but Kala's eyes widen in terror as, instead of toppling over, the butcher grabs her by the knife arm. Whoa. She desperately tries to pry her arm loose, to no avail. Blood sprays from the butcher's mouth as he strains from the effort. With a wet, sickening snap, Kala's arm is torn from her body. They both collapse, dead. As the screams die down and all the savagery is sated, the ground is slick with blood and gore. Suddenly all is quiet. You've defeated the 3 Reaver chieftains. Now father awaits. Hey, there we go. Aren't we good? Okay, I'm going to catch up on chat real quick here. Let's see here. Oh yeah, we should watch From. At some point. Edwin, good to see you. How's it going? All right. Which is a John Carpenter film? Send me a DM there, Sword Rush. I'm curious. I gotta find Richard recommends. Were they horror movies heavily or something else? Regardless, we're going to start moving along here. I'm going to save now. I should probably... Yeah, I'm just going to do that there. The B-est of tier. Horror movies, let's see here. Aside, horror movies that I like, that are good, like fun B-tier horror movies. Some of them are Skin. Uh-oh. I don't know about that. Where Evely, don't talk about the Skin movies in front of Ebony. All right, I'm gonna get in trouble here. I'm really wondering what that could have been. But anyway, in seriousness, like a all-around good B-tier. Oh no, that was just unbelievably bad. Man, now I'm sidetracked. I always recommend Dog Soldiers. That is like my favorite B-tier movie. And then the kind of self-aware, goofy comedy horror movie with like a slightly like romantic plot is Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Is like just another fun B movie one. And then I might have recommended Zombievers. That one's goofy. Event Horizon is obviously good, but that's not B movie at all. What am I thinking of? Then there's Lost Skeleton of Cadavra. That is a very, like, you have to kind of already be a B movie aficionado to really appreciate just how, like, funny some of the really dumb stuff they do in that is. Okay, so what am I doing? We're gonna be looting. We're looting Oleg. Oh, he's got a little thingy. Oh, yes, please. Oh, what? Do I really only get to loot one? Deathgasm. I do, but it's been so long. It's like merged into it's merged into a mush, and I can't remember exactly what the details of it were. Let's see here. Yeah, Dog Soldier Zombiever is good. Lost Skeleton of Cadavra is excellent. Plan 9 from... Wait a second. Plan 9 from Outer Space. I don't remember that one off. Animala, yes. And then, yeah, Evely, let me just say, if you watch it with the wife, you should tell her to take notes from Animala. Yeah, and then the other one that I recommended was Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Cabin in the Woods is good, but it's, I mean, it's another like comedy horror. I rewatched Feast, which is like turbo gore. I mean, Evil Dead is obviously there. I'm kind of thinking of like the post 2000s, like, you know, I mean, like 2000s and on. Because I feel like there's this really perfect window between like 2000 and 2008 where you just had an abundance of cheaper CG and still a ton of practical effects. Regardless, I'm going to get back onto playing Skald, I promise. You stand dazed, surveying the carnage around you. The 3 Reaver chieftains lie dead. Now the one they call father awaits you inside the still occupied keep. The sound of footsteps interrupt your thoughts, and you whirl around, ready for another melee. To your surprise, you see the surviving soldiers of the Horan Guard, bolstered by armed refugees. Moving methodically from house to house, they begin the task of retaking the ravaged town. Cries of jubilation mix with the anguished cries of people finding the corpses of former loved ones. Nonetheless, it does not take long for life to creep back into the desolate streets. If they come up here and prevent me from looting the other 2 bodies, I'm going to be irked. One of the soldiers approaches you. Preston, I bring word from the Chamberlain. He requests you find him at the tavern over by the temple. He asks you make haste. The young man offers a short bow and continues on his way. Okay. Yes, okay. I was going to be downright irritated. Okay. Yes, I want all my goodies. Thank you. The Butcher. Masterwork Great Axe. I have like a bunch of really good axes. Okay. Let me go down here. She was also blocking off the thing. I'm going to do exactly what I probably should not do because it's not all that interesting, which is go explore and get the lighthouse oil. Well, I'm glad I did that. There we go. Ring of Toughness, we always like that. All right. We're doing only the most important things. Halt! As you enter the chamber, a pale young man in ill-fitting armor belonging to the Horan City Guard staggers backwards. He holds his weapon before him in trembling hands. Don't come any closer. I know how to use this. Do you now, boy? Roland grumbles as he stalks into the room next to you. We're gonna say take it easy. You're not? Then what are you doing here? I just want to talk a bit. About what? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Boy's weapon lowers slightly. I'm guarding the Eastern Harbor Tower, so don't get any ideas. This is Imperial property. You know, I need to get to that shelf behind you. Let's see here. It's pretty safe out there now. Why don't you just go on? Ah, golden bless me. Off he goes. All right, so we didn't have to do anything with that guy after all. Maybe I missed something. Pestilence. Ledger. Okay. Was the ledger something that we needed for a quest? It's definitely a something here. One of these people can be hot, some of these things. He could use a ring of toughness, I think. Round shield. He's got a two-hander. Okay, all right. We're all good there, I think. All right, off we go. I don't know why we needed to get to the ledger, but it was definitely for some quest that I've forgotten about. And off we go. Well, isn't this nice? Okay, we're gonna save again. And wait, where am I going? Oh, that's the tavern. Is that the tavern? Hey, there's the fella. Harkus is standing by the inn's fireplace, warming his frozen fingers. When he sees you, his face lights up. Hail, Preston, the savior of Horin. His voice breaks halfway through the greeting, and a coughing fit overcomes him. I'm sorry, I think I've caught a cold. But considering what we've been through, I think I should count myself as lucky. Come, join me by the fire while we talk. Thanks to your bravery, we've retaken most of Horin, and we now have access to supplies and shelter. The refugees have been streaming back in from the camp. They're desperate to learn the fate of loved ones or property that was left behind. Understandably so. He lets out a sigh and leans in. However, if it were not for the fact that I would have had a mutiny on my hands, I would have kept them in the camp for now. Things are much more dangerous here in Horin than they realize. As far as my men report, the Reavers in the inner city seem to have been slain or driven off. However, the ones they call Father still occupies the keep in the southwest corner of the harbor. He's barricaded himself inside with the remainder of his pack, and that's not the worst of it. Reports are coming in that dozens of townfolk were taken alive by the Reavers and taken to the keep. I dread even contemplating what they were going through if they are still alive. We must purge Horin of this remaining infestation if the Holy Tombs will it rescue the captives. A frontal assault is out of the question. The keep is well defended when held by a determined enemy, and I have not the manpower to attempt it. There is hope. Hierophant Drawl shared an ancient legend with me. When the current temple was constructed, a secret tunnel between it and the keep was reportedly built. It served the purpose of allowing the governor and the keep to escape through the temple in case of a siege, or alternatively, made it possible for the clergy to seek shelter inside the keep need be. Ironically, the tunnel was constructed centuries ago, and since Horin has seen very little warfare, it's never been used. In other words, its very existence is less than ensured. Nonetheless, at this time, the secret tunnel is our best bet. Hierophant Drawl is waiting for you outside the temple. Meet him there and he'll fill you in. Also, among the refugees returning were Maja and our blacksmith. Both have opened stores for you if you need to resupply. And lastly, Preston, please be careful. I fear dangers ahead, far exceeding those behind you. May the Golden Dead lend you strength. Alright, thanks, bud. Who is this? Hey, it's a vendor. Baked oysters. Yeah, I don't need any of that. You know, you'd think that these people could give me a better deal, considering that I saved them. But hey, whatever. No big deal. I tell you what, I need to probably do some fiddly inventory stuff, but I will save that for after the stream is over. Oh, there's that kid. There's a child that we chased down earlier. Hey, child. Cora offers you a slight smile. Her cheeks have regained a modicum of color. It seems getting some food in her belly has done her a world of good. I have questions for you. Okay. Oh, we can't tell the kid, hey, just we'll go around the corner, there's people now? Whatever. Anyway. not going to go shopping at the moment. Let's see here. Let's see. Some more conjecture. Hammer Horror. The Hammer Horror series. I got to check that out. I'm blanking a little bit on that. Hello, Herman. Hope you're doing well. Dracula movie made in Mexico called Dracula. Oh my goodness, I'm curious about that. I still like From Dusk Till Dawn. And if you want a very weird foreign horror film, I like Zombie 2. Not because it's particularly good, but because they actually have a guy in a zombie outfit fighting a real shark. Underwater, of course. All right. Hello. The desecrated temple stands as a sad reminder of the last day's calamities. Standing in front of the main gates with eyes closed in prayers, Hierophant drawl. As you approach, you can make out a simple prayer of gratitude on the long line of deceased emperors that now watch over the Gallian people. For all their savagery, it seems the madmen were not able to breach the gates of the temple. Drawl's voice is a mixture of gratitude and disbelief. He opens his eyes and looks at you for the first time. A small miracle, perhaps? Marcus sent me, and he could have found no better hero for what lies ahead. You seek a way into the keep, and in their infinite wisdom, I believe our forefathers have provided for us. As Marcus no doubt told you, it is a tunnel that exists between the keep and the temple. All right, if the tunnel does exist, I can say, oh, excuse me. Very rude, sorry, bud. I can say with absolute certainty that this is the entrance, that its entrance lies in the catacomb beneath the temple, and the crypts of the deepest, oldest portions would indeed be where I would place my faith. All right, he gives me the keys. Off we go. All right, and the temple is open. I don't think there's anything else. So I've been over there, I've been up here. Yeah, right, we're going back over here to him. What's this? Can I go over here? Oh! The elegant marble statue looms over you, unblemished and pristine. An emaciated form, dressed in ragged robes, frozen mid-gesture while unmasking. Gallian, first emperor, presides over the serene temple interior. Drina reverently presses her palms lightly against her face and then removes them in a gesture, reminding you of the statue. Drina? It nourishes me to stand in this hall and find its altar unmolested by the madness that has engulfed this island. Why is he masked? Emperors don masks when they ascend to the throne. Being amongst the oldest and most powerful of the Magi, they are already more than human. When they don the mask, it symbolizes that they have risen even beyond their brethren. Ever seen without it? No, the Emperor is never seen without their mask, save by the exhibitors of the Imperial Palace. What? Okay, let's see. Emperors are very old, often several hundred years. Interesting. They're also beyond powerful, one with their reticulum. One can only imagine the effect it has on their physical form. Perhaps it is best that the common folk never have to see the price of such power. For a moment, a shadow falls across the room, then it passes. You must be on your way. Interesting. All right. This one? Oh no, that's the same. Okay, no, I don't want to talk to you. That's what it's. What's this thing? Can I read this book? No, just beat myself against it senselessly. Perfect. Oh, look. We got some friends down here. Hey, Immortal Rising. Hope you're doing well. All right. A bunch of those. Yeah, I've definitely enjoyed some of those. Vape Oyster. I did not see vape oysters in the dialogue. If I said it, it was a mistake. Let's see here. What was that one zombie movie we watched happened during a wedding? Rec 3, I think. It was a foreign film. Yeah. That was, man, that was so long ago. That was back when Netflix was actually good. People don't know about Weapon Lord. I'm gonna have to check that out. Original Fright Night is good. Yeah. Yeah, I don't quite remember. Yeah, the main Fright Night is original Fright Night is excellent. I think I saw the re-release or whatever you call it, the reboot, and I was not impressed, or I just don't remember it. Maybe there was something good about it. Yes, the theme song. As you enter the dimly lit crypt, your senses are immediately assaulted by the scent of fresh carnage. Interesting. The scent is still faint enough that you are sure whatever awaits you below has not been dead for long. Your suspicions are soon confirmed. At the foot of the stairs ahead of you lies the mangled remains of a man in white, blood-stained robes. Examine the corpse. The corpse belongs to a young man with sunken cheeks and a shaved head. A faded tattoo on his forehead marks him as an acolyte of the temple. His face is a mask of pain, terror, or more likely both. As you carefully shift him, intestines spill out of a wet stomach. That's pretty recent. Do I have healing skills? I probably don't. Can I pick who I do? I think it's pretty doable. Try this. Yeah. After examining the corpse, you are horrified to discover the youth's abdomen has been torn apart by claws or fingers. Stranger still are the thin purple strands festering inside the wound. Irina steps away from the corpse and whispers a prayer beneath her breath. Her eyes are wide in fear as she takes in the mangled display before her. This is not the work of reavers. Something else is afoot. What do you mean? This man tempted the sacred flesh of the dead. These tombs, she trails off. As if deciding something, gives a sharp shake of her head. Come, we must find the cause of his carnage. In the fluttering light of the tomb, you can tell her face has turned ashen gray. Where to? Alright, off we go. Well, I think there's something a little bit creepy about the... I like that the Empire is also kind of like disturbing and weird in its own way. I'm going to save, because I don't remember when I saved last. And that's a good indicator that I should save. Hey, what's that? Strange vines of some unknown purplish growth burst forth towards you. You recoil in disgust and decide it's best not to touch the growths. See, this is what I mean. Like they should have a slight editing pass. So we got a little door. Oh, we opened it. What's that? Fling myself against it. It's not pickable. Who has the best athletics? All right, we got a little friend in here. Monk's Journal. We'll read that in just a moment. Let's see what goodies he was hiding. Cruel Fang, Lizard's Eye, Spider Silk, Sulfur, and Venom Gland. Oh boy. We're working the long hours into the night to deal with the recent influx of corpses. What compels these people to act so cruelly? Yesterday, we had the corpse of a young boy of no more than 12 years come in. He had been beaten to death by the looks of it. Sacred dead preserve me. Were it not for the calling, I'm not sure I would have persevered. A glimmer of light. Brother Aaron came running up from the crypt, so frightened he had pissed his robes. He claimed he saw something move down in the crypt, something unnatural. We laughed till we fell over, and by the end, so did he. No doubt he saw one of the rats, but it's funny where the mind wanders when sleep becomes scarce. Something is wrong in the village. They say Some kind of riot has broken out. The Hierophant Leos said Drina has gone to investigate, and we monks should stay in the crypt for our own safety. We try to pass the time with work, but I wish we knew what was happening. They came from the lower crypts. All are dead, save me and Brother Arun. We have locked ourselves in the storage room. How can this be? How can such abominations walk? There's still no light. There's no light in the afterlife, only black stars. No water. Arun did not wake today. I dare not leave this room. I hear them outside. I too shall pass. Black stars beckon. That's nice. I'm glad he took time to write that down as he died. I'm pretty sure the reboot of Fright Night, it wasn't bad. It just was just wholly unremarkable. Oh yeah, Troll 2, heavily. I think you might get a real kick out of that. I don't know how into corn you are, but if you like the idea of erotically eating a cob of corn, that is a movie that will definitely resonate with that part of you. The ale weren't quite right. Oh my god! You'll probably no really, Emily. You'd like Troll 2. It's excellent. I can't believe you aren't familiar with that one. Yes, but yeah, there's a metaphor with corn popping, shall we say. Stepping into this room, you're at once terrified and awestruck by the alienness mixed within sanctity. A room not meant for common eyes, where the imperial priesthood plies its strange and sacred rituals. Drina begins searching through a pile of tomes on a nearby table. Her face, still ashen gray, pales even further as her attention turns to the corpse at the center of the room. Drina, what is this room? Drina presses her palms lightly against her face before removing them in a gesture that reminds you of an unmasking. An embalming chamber. This is where our acolytes preserve the sacred flesh of our dead. Why? Drina does not look to you as she speaks, her attention already reclaimed by one of the tomes. For those touched by the reticulum, the veil between the living and the dead is thinner. Though the flesh may die, an echo persists. With a shake of her head, Drina slams the book shut. This is not the time for theology. We must press on. So what if I needed a key? Look, a key. Look, do you see that? It's a little bit cruel. I can see a key, but I can't just take it. What is that? A desk? Obviously we need this. Corpse belongs to a graying old man. His face is serene, and there's nothing to indicate he did not die of natural causes. Leaning over the body, however, you spot thin strands of some bizarre purplish fungal growth protruding from the man's mouth and nose. Tasty. Tonic of Vitality, obviously going to need that. Some other stuff, more things. We like it. How is this not obviously something that maybe we should mess with? Okay, down we go. We're going to get into trouble one more time. I will kill something, maybe. At least attempt to kill something. I'm gonna save. We're going into sneak mode here. More strange vines. You arrive at a dimly lit junction with an intricate mosaic at its center. 4 paths lay before you. As you take in your surroundings, you notice fresh smears of blood leading into the eastern tunnel. Well, we'll go the other way. These corridors lead to the crypt's tombs, where we shall find the entrance we seek. Alas, I know not which path is the correct one, and which may lead us to whatever madness lies ahead. Furthermore, the gate appears to be locked. Who goes there? Oh, there we go. Attack! Oh my goodness. We got some unpleasant friends here. let's put her over here. This is actually perfect timing. I don't think I can actually stand there. So you're gonna go over there, you're gonna go right there. Actually, you should go there. Roland can go here. All right. I'm gonna mark a target here, and I'm gonna chop the heck out of it. What? I wasn't able to. Oh my goodness, what a big waste of my time. It was not great. All right. Save a lot, save often. Yes, indeed. Especially whenever you have don't have a surplus of brain cells for good decision making. I will say the combat, once you kind of like get into it, it's pretty, it can get kind of samey. I know there's probably some things I could do to mix things up, but I also have not really encountered a situation where brute force is not 95% as good as everything else. Come on. These things have a lot of health. And one thing is that I tend to, I heard somebody else say this, that you can easily kind of confuse which character you're actually on. There we go. And we have level ups anyway, so it doesn't really matter how much damage we take here. We should actually probably do that. Do that. Come on. And then, oh, that's not what I wanted at all. That's okay. We're going to defend ally here. And then defend ourselves. We need to get that last guy out from there. That's fine. There we go. And then you can just go away. Cop shop. Yeah, I know, there's creepy dudes. Yeah, we got all the Crypto the Necrodancer stuff going on here. There we go. All right. That's a big old chunk of a withered hand. Awesome. I'm gonna be able to do that thing where I just go up and you know, like, hey honey, I'm like scratching her back. And I just leave the withered hand there. Anyway, do some kind of, you know, creepiness to upset my wife. That's perfect. All right, well, I think that's a good spot to stop. I'm not going to save at the end of stream. I'm instead going to save there because I want to save the end of stream, or where I started tonight, over as if I want to come back and like save scum to get all the achievements kind of thing. hold on here. Let's see here. Fungal growth. Everybody's excited about the fungal growth. That's good. Most difficult trophies to obtain in platinum in gaming. Are we talking about oh, Crypt of the Necrodancer? Yeah, I don't. No, I'm talking about the withered hand. Anyway, never mind. Yeah, so apparently anyway. All right. Well, with that, I'm gonna leave that there. And why those fake spiders? I'll hide them under his food. Yeah, that would probably upset her more than me. Let me see, where are we here? Okay. I think that's it. Let me see if there's any other messages. I should check Rumble. Oops. Doing great so far. Whoa, hey, Rim Dog. I saw that. I will yeah, and I don't know if you're still here, but the uh hmm, email is just it's the easiest way for me to consistently get a hold of people, just for filling out a spreadsheet. Well, let's see here. Yeah, what can I say? She tries sometimes. I need to do something particularly awful to scare my wife this Halloween. It'd be a good time. All right. With that note, I'm going to go back here and say thank you guys for swinging by and hanging out with us. I'm going to be, I don't know, I'm going to put up a poll probably in the Discord or something and see if you guys want me to keep playing Scald, since apparently there's a good bit more, or if I should um, uh, play a different horror game like Faith or something else. But regardless, just check that out. The links for the Discord can be found on IronAge.media, which was down briefly today for reasons of my own doing, but it's back up, and there's a link to the Discord in the upper right hand corner there. Spooky games. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards that, doing something spooky every Sunday for October. Um, And Evalie, thank you for hanging out. I'm happy to go on Iron Seas whenever. Just ping me if you guys can be doing a horror one, and we can try and figure something out. So I want to make sure I've watched whatever you guys are going to be discussing. So Wrangler, thank you for popping in. I don't know if I said howdy to you. Everybody else, thank you for coming by. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening and a great week. I will see you next week at the same time. And if you have any questions about Anvil, the game jam that I talked about, feel free to holler at me. I'm uh, getting caught up on DMs over on Twitter. You can reach me on X via email, through the website, or the Discord. So without any further ado, good night, everybody. See you next week.